42 years ago in the city of Bnei Brak, there was a wonderful mishpacha. Beautiful family, the boys, the girls, everybody was doing beautifully except for one son, Avrami. He was struggling terribly in school, at home, with his friends, with his siblings. And then one day, he got into a big fight at home with some of his siblings, and he decided, that's it, I'm out of here. He went to his room, put a few things in a knapsack, and ran out the door, and they begged him, please, Avrami, come back. But he was gone. And they were devastated because to top it all off, it was Erev Pesach. There was so much going on, and it was so hectic. Now they had to deal with this as well. And as they're grading the mortar and preparing the home, there were real tears. The parents were really crying. They hoped that he would come back soon, but he didn't. It was Pesach by night, and the father davened by Letterman Shul with the Stipler going. And he went over to the Stipler after davening. He said, Rebbe, what should I do? And the Stipler told him one word. Lehamtin, wait. He went home, and instead of starting the Seder like everybody else, he waited and waited and waited. He and his family waited 2 hours. After 2 hours, he went back to the Stipler, this time to his house, and he asked the Stipler, what should I do? And the Stipler told him one word, Lehamtin, wait. It was 2 hours later, he's about to go out to the Stipler again, when there's a knock on the door. He opens the door, and standing there with his knapsack slung over his shoulders and tears brimming from his eyes is Avrami. And he looks up at his father and he says, Abba, can I come home? Can I come back? And his father says, of course, Avrami. And he brings him into the house. And Avrami looks and he sees on the couch in the living room are all the siblings, the kids, the big ones, the little ones. And he looks at the table. Not a crumb of the matzah on the table, not a drop of the wine in the becher. And he looks at his father and he says, you waited for me. I can't believe you waited for me. He said, of course we waited for you. He fell into his father's arms and he never looked back. You know, by Vayemoyin, there is a shalshalas. It's a zigzag. And sometimes we try to get to the top and we zig this way and zag that way. And we're trying, but we're lost. And we're searching and we fail time and time again. And we figure, you know what? The Rebbeinu Shalom's moved on without us. He doesn't need us. But then we come knocking on the door and we're mizgaber and we overcome like a lion. And we say, Rebbeinu Shalom, can we go home? And he says, of course you can come home. And of course I waited for you. Don't ever be deflated or defeated. We will all get there. And Vayemoyin gives us the opportunity to do so. May we all be Zaychim, It's Hashem, to find our way to the very top.